Coming at you from Tokyo, Japan, my name is Dave and this is an HA22S Suzuki Alto Works.
Today we'll be installing an aftermarket computer from Suzuki Sport, but before we do that, let's see how the car goes on the OEM ECU. To get this ECU to work properly, you have to use the correct injectors, so we're going to swap those out first because it's more difficult.
There you go.
For that cinematic experience. Everything in here is just so hot.
I know, right?
We can get the injectors now. Oh shit! Yeah, won't. I think it's time for another beer.
That's a very long nipple. Go live up there for a little bit, please.
We've also decided to swap out the throttle body because we're not sure if this one's any good.
There we go.
One thing I've just discovered is that on this engine we've got the top one running to the throttle body, and then this one was connected up to the airbox. But on the replacement, this one connects to the bottom and this one connects to the charcoal canister. So maybe that's why it doesn't idle very well.
Start from this end.
Sure. Oh, the spray. Ah, that's all right.
Yep. That's number one. If I remember correctly, these are actually new.
That's a shame. Replacing these new ones with some old ones. These are a single hole job. I would use the tops off this one.
Because they're way better?
Yeah.
I think they're new.
I think all of the
whole injection system's new.
yeah. So we're going from this to this. Take the O-ring off and then we'll get that off there. I mean, they're not rooted. But these are better. Yeah, much better. That's a much better seal. Look at that. Beautiful. We'll use this on here. Done. Excellent. Don't need these because we'll use the ones that are already in the car. And this is a 4-hole injector. 1 hole versus 4 hole. Probably enough for all 3. That's a lot. That went back together super easy. Silicone grease, mate. Yeah, rub that tip. Do you think they could have made it a better colour?
I think that would cost extra money. Or maybe there's an engineer somewhere who gets a chuckle out of it.
The green one goes to the green one. White one goes to the grey one.
It's your cam angle sensor. That was the first thing that failed on this car. Exactly.
Then just simply put it all back together.
And now we've got the hard part out of the way, let's install the ECU. This isn't exactly easy either because it's all the way up under there.
There are 3 bolts.
One there, and then that one all the way up in there. This thing's going back in with 2 bolts on it. Just pull with all your might.
Yeah. The electrical harness. Never needed that thing anyway.
It doesn't work properly anyway. Rawr. Oh, it's definitely got something written on the 031XX, which matches this number here, 031XX. Let's have a look at the actual comparison. Monster Sport OEM. Does it start?
Bet it doesn't start this time.
Go for it. Hey.
Hey!
Rad. Starts. How do you feel?
Pretty good. First time in 3 years that it's actually started properly.
Perfect. What we're trying to do here is drain the fuel tank. So I've got my fuel relay removed, and on the side of it you can see that 86 and 85 are connected by that square thing. That is basically a magnet. So when you put power to earth across it, it will close this switch here between 30 and 87, allowing power to run right through it. On the bottom, you can see where it's written 30 and 87. So if we join those two together, that will make the fuel pump run all the time. Here's a piece of wire I made earlier that's got spade connectors on it. So all I have to do is connect that one to that one, and we'll have fuel flowing through. It just so happens that the fuel hose connects perfectly to garden hose. Run that through there, into here, and as you can see, we've got our fuel running through. Perfect. And that's how you drain a tank easily. I can't hold myself in the seat anymore. That's got to be harder. Jesus. Jesus.
There is a slight increase. Again, we're a little bit faster. Same story here. Foot related or ECU related? You tell me, there's not much difference, but it does feel quicker. We are still using the same turbo and the same plugs. Would be very interesting to see what it does with a bigger turbo and more boost.